So how does that then fit in with some of the other department frameworks? Obviously, we have a developmental learning framework for school leaders. That developmental framework talks about 5 dimensions of leadership, and each one of them obviously is critical. I'm only going to focus though on educational leadership today. But obviously you can't be a good educational leader unless I've got this, the culture right in the school. Symbolically, like going to professional learning, I'm creating the particular environment that I want, that I've got those human interaction skills to work with people, and of course the technical leadership. But we're going to focus on educational leadership today. So if we have a look at it, that's the definition in the developmental framework. I'll just let you read it. So lead, manage and monitor school improvement. Obviously, one of your major roles. How? Through a current and critical understanding of the learning process. So this is saying quite clearly for a leader, you do need that current and critical understanding of the learning process. You cannot be an instructional leader without a deep understanding, I would argue, of learning, how it occurs and what promotes it. And what the implications are for enhancing high quality teaching and learning in every classroom in the school. So that's the definition we're using as a department. Underneath that, there are 3 capabilities listed for people. I won't get you to try, well, I'll give you 1 second perhaps, not long. How many of you know what the 3 capabilities are? And it's not meant to be a test, but what are the capabilities that would actually enable me as a leader to get to this? So what was all the work done with schools, with leaders, looking at the research to actually say what are the capabilities? And I really want to focus on, I guess, that in this we are talking about capabilities. And it's really important, I think, to look at capabilities because capabilities are learnable. We're not looking at dispositions here. We're not looking at personality types or anything like that. When we're talking about capabilities, we're talking about things that people can learn to do. And the ones that sit under educational leadership that come out of the work that was done is the capabilities that you need are, number 1, to be able to shape the pedagogy that's happening within the school. So you as leaders have a critical role in determining what is the type of pedagogy, not just for a teacher to decide I'm going to do whatever I like, but what are you doing as an educational leader to shape the pedagogy that's happening within the school. Secondly, focuses on achievement, that an educational leader, and I think it's coming back to the other slides we looked at, it's not only about shaping the pedagogy, is the pedagogy making a difference? Are the kids achieving or not? How do I know that this pedagogy is actually working? So what achievement is happening and how do I monitor it? And probably even more important, how do I then promote the inquiry and reflection amongst my colleagues that will actually lead to that improvement? So they're the 3 capabilities that are captured in the educational leadership and then that run through each of those dimensions. But again, no mean feat to do any of them, as you're well aware. So what I want to do is really go through each of them and just think about what might I need to know to actually be able to do some of these things. And again, this is an opinion from me in many ways, and I'd be really interested in feedback from you as well at the end. But I first of all do want to look at this notion of what does it mean to shape pedagogy. First one I want to look at is a slide I've used for years and years. And I think it, for me, encapsulates one of the biggest challenges we face as educational leaders. And it's actually bridging the divide between the art of teaching and the science of teaching.